This is a live look at the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Florida Gators. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Thanks, guys. The Tide head coach told me before the game he understands both teams are in the top 25. Both teams are quality with a lot of talent on the rosters. But he believes this stadium can make a difference. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football. They have been pumping in crowd noise all week at practice to make sure they are prepared for this moment. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Gators headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And he's going to try to return this one. He was looking for a lot more on that one. Instead, he's out of bounds at the 14. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The RPO, it's complete. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
As Holly mentioned earlier, this home crowd can create a huge advantage. Grabbed behind the line. It's Rodgers. Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5. Now on first down from the 28. Russell. It's complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And, man, you got to love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
Last completion, picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Welcome to college. First carry for the freshman. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Got enough for the first. There he goes. He's at the 30. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Keelan Russell fires toward the end zone. This ball is picked off in the end zone, but no, he's out of bounds. The quarterback very fortunate to get away with that throw.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
They'll run the screen. Breaks into the open. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before, and there was no hesitation. The opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
Coming out with it, it's Abrams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Right back to him on the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. On that play, if the running back doesn't see the hole where it's supposed to be, how important is it for him to at least try to stay on track a little bit?
Really important. Try to stay on track, get north-south, and that's fine if we only lose a yard or if we gain 2 yards, but let's not run backwards where we start putting ourselves in a negative situation on the next down.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Gators decide to punt it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Tide ready to roll on offense. They wheeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Turning it on. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a 1st down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Quick release on the RPO. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. Direct snap. And some great fourth down defense against the run.
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to them and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Quarterback making adjustments. Wide receiver going in motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
The run inside. It's Pryor. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. And the Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Handoff for Ball. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Mr. Two Bits would be proud. The Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35. Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Running inside. It's Pryor. Makes it past the marker. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
The Gators pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. Breaks free, and he might be gone. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the move. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to...
Going deep. Snags it at the 30 and still running. Brought down after the huge gain, gets this offense set up at the 27. This guy is special, and Alabama's had a lot of them. Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, who could make a huge play at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, big plays down the field. You get it to him, you know it could be a home run anytime he touches it. When you start mentioning those names, it just shows you the explosive nature. Everybody you mentioned, you know they can run right by.
Going for it all. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Throwing Russell. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. That's his first catch of the season, and they believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early. They want a little extra time to think over this 3rd and long as we've got a timeout. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Got his man. They stop him well short of the marker. It's 4th down from the 27. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. The official says no good. And here in the second quarter, we remain all knotted up.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Still on his feet at the 40. Still on his feet at the 45. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
Yeah, it was explosive, but shoot, Reese could have run through that hole. I mean, it was wide open. He didn't have to break anybody's ankles. He didn't have to run through tackles. I mean, just great blocking up front and horrible, horrible defense.
They just flipped the entire field, and now they'll try to cash in on 1st and 10 from the 20. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Cryer. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown Gators!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. He'll be forced out of bounds at his 21-yard line. Not the best field position you could ask for, but they'll get it started there. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Russell. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Defense looks as if it's coming. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number 1. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game on the toss play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell hauls it in. And he's brought down after a nice game. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Russell steps away. Nowhere to go with the ball and down. He goes at the 39.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Now here's Russell. Here's a heat. He's got it. Turns it on in midfield. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. They just keep throwing him the ball, this time on the slant.
No doubt. And you've seen it with the slant. You've seen other routes. Every route he's running, he's good. He seems to be open. So I'm going to continue to pick at this matchup every chance I get.
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last 1st down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Throwing Russell. Pocket breaking down. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Looking left. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Here's the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pryor. They'll just run the ball in the middle of the field and watch that clock continue to wind here late in the first half.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Go, go. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that Bull Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with Iowa, taking on the Northern Illinois Huskies.
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They open this 3rd quarter on top, and they've built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Making side adjustments here. Right through his hands. You just have to make that catch, and it'll be 3rd down.
I think a really big key in the RPO game is having really good rhythm and timing. Offense didn't have it there, and that's why it falls incomplete.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back has it. Wildcat look didn't give much. Picked up a few on that one.
Winning 1st down is such a big deal on defense. Like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that 1st down.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. He'll run it again. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. He wants it all. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Handoff ball running left. Can't get him to the ground.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Here's Jaden one more time. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And it's not a surprise so far in how this game is unfolding. Like, they're going to continue to feature this dude. Like, 3rd downs, get him the football. Shoot, 1st downs, you're going to get him the football. Had a good start to this football game, and I expect we're going to continue to hear his name over and over in this one.
And the Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Here's a give the ball. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. But he has enough to move the chains. The Gators have this offense rolling. Handoff for ball. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
Nice 1st down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Might be calling a hot route. Using his legs, it's Pryor. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Running right, it's ball. Maybe a crease. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Ball again. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on 2nd down, no problem for them.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. Can't wait to see how this 4th quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Hand off, Jaden running left. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Put themselves in a bit of a bind with that last one. It's 2nd and 14. Here's a get the ball. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And this will be picked off, a costly turnover in a tie game. He's loose down the middle. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bama! Took it all the way back to the house.
It's the one thing the head coach challenges his team with, guys. Late in games in the 4th quarter, tie ball game, who's going to step up and make a play? That guy did right there. Picking it off, taking it to the house.
PAT unit on the field. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Fielded in the end zone, it's Abrams. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Gators offense ready to go on the attack. And now this offense needs a late fourth quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. He'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one. The air mails his receiver out of bounds. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Quarterback making checks. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Gators will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Nice directional kick there like a solid iron shot. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll check the spot. Think they'll have it right around the 40-yard line. First down here as we dive into the college football season. A Week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Russell fires to the big fella. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Dropping back, it's Russell. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Holding this fourth quarter lead, and they're going to try to finish it off with a gamble on fourth down. Russell will throw for it on fourth. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Open space at the 25. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. As Holly mentioned earlier, this crowd trying to give its defense some energy in a clutch spot. Keelan Russell looking for the end zone. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to fire. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. He's inside the 10. And with that, he's got him set up with a first and goal as we get set to play on the other side of the 2-minute timeout. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Defense looks like they're coming. A first down run on the doorstep. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's second and goal. No wasted time as the defense uses the timeout here. 1:54 left to play. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Snap to the back. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout. It's second. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up fourth down as this defense makes a play. Timeout now called by the Gators. That's their last one. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And he got it! And now the lead is extended a little further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the fourth quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the middle. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
And this is a tough spot for this offense, man. They've got to create some explosive plays, and the defense knows it. They're backing up. They're playing really, really conservative. Man, you're down 2 scores. You got to find some plays over the middle of the field, wherever. You just got to chew up some grass and get in scoring position.
On target to the left. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Defense ends this game in style, coming up with a turnover, and now they can just kneel it out.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
On second down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. Might as well stick with him. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Throwing Russell. Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be 2nd down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Tackled there by the defense.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
The run inside. It's Wiley. There's a creep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae.
And some people might say they should have taken a knee, run the clock out. This offense believes, I'm going to run the football. It's your job to stop it. And they add a rushing touchdown and another 6 to the scoreboard.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were